I am directly plagiarizing PMC Morse Intro. No, I'm just kidding. That's a joke. I'm just making a joke. Don't sue me or anything. Okay, bye.
Hey guys, sorry I haven't been uploading in a while. The thing is, this hobby requires me to be the only person in the house, and for the past summer, that wasn't really ever able to happen that much because they were home from school. And the reason I need them to not be here is because if they overheard the stuff I was saying in these videos, they would be like, what is going on with our child and or sibling? Wait, why did I say and or? And yeah, so sorry about that. But I'm back now. Yay!
This map is currently not Giant Rat compatible. Uh-oh, Giant Rat doesn't know this map. Would you like Giant Rat to learn it? Yes. No. No, do not ask again. For the record, I clicked yes and it crashed my game. Literally 1984. I should be allowed on the roof of any building. I don't know, man. Sounds like something someone who shouldn't be allowed on any roof of any building would say.
Genuinely don't remember following this account at all. What mystic powers do you have? Drugs and alcohol.
Medium, please.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're out of everything except XXS.
Should have come before the gig, I guess.
Tell you what,
You could buy this one if you want.
Warm. I think I dreamt this interaction, and I thought it would make a cute comic. Oh my god, I am in love with that woman now. Yo, mama is so heroic. Her arch enemy is the evil one. Nailed it. Pioneering something called gritted teeth optimism, where everything is going to turn out okay, even if I have to bite and claw and gnash my way through it. Everything's going to be fine, and it's not negotiable. Isn't that the plot of Lord of the Rings? Discovered a nearby beach where elephant seals who've lost fights at nearby mating grounds go to mope. The docent said they used to call it the loser's beach, but in an attempt to be less judgmental, they've switched it to bachelor's beach instead. No bitches beach. The beachlers. Cannot let this stay on the tags. Imagine losing a fight, a mate fight or whatever, and then you go to wallow in your misery, and then a bunch of humans start patronizing you. Being mailed is enrichment for us girls. Good girls get USPS and bad girls get FedEx to dump them in a ditch. Mauled fuck. Get in the envelope. A B C D E F G H I K L M N O P R S T U V X 21 out of 26. Very good, alphabet completionist. Tumblr, Grinder, do the gays not like the letter E for some reason? Excuse me, it's called LGBT, not leg bet. The rest of us are saving it up so that the trans girls can have it. Bobby, how dare you hide this gem in the tags?
you're saving it for us? Oh, thank you. That means a lot. I appreciate it.
Just an FYI for people who've let their social skills atrophy by spending too much time on Tumblr.
Oh, Penny, I think you might have a fetish.
This is generally not a good thing to say to a stranger on a non-sexual post. Touching grass is not enough. I need horrible things to happen to powerful people. I enjoy comparing the different ways birds of prey attack. You've got eagles doing the classic Lord of the Skies, King of the Air, Death from above type pose. Then you've got peregrine falcons who are just like, fuck it, tactical missile strike. And then, of course, there are ospreys who do a big stretch.
lethal intent.
And then, of course, there are ospreys who do a big stretch lethal intent. Beep boop, I look for accidental haiku posts. Sometimes I mess up. Good job, haiku bot. Okay, a bit of a fair warning. This next post is going to be a bit NSFW, so if you're not into that, then skip ahead to here. Okay, moving on. Elf sex. 3 to 12 effeminate twinks coo and giggle in a sensual pile in the woods. Sometimes the elf queen joins and pretends they're her baby birds.
A pair of strong, able-bodied warriors tactically agree to mate as equals under a binding contract of toad-like thickness, with consent from the council.
Gnome 6. A married couple of 200 years finally gives into the temptation to call upon the stork to deliver their child, then sleep in separate beds completely satisfied.
None of you are ready for orc sex. 3 orcs enter the bedroom and only 2 orcs leave. Oh, God.
How does one get their own pair of tits? Asking for a friend. Bumps into you, directly injecting estradiol valor into your sub tennis belly fat. Oh, sorry, I'm feminizing the Western man. Blushes. Oh, God. Okay, next post. We need to go back to using sailing ships full time, like immediately. Yes, it would take longer to get places, but the aesthetic is unmatched. Like, there is nothing sexier than this. And it's also more environmentally friendly. Can't wait for OP to get scurvy. Are you under the impression that the ships themselves are what caused scurvy? Weren't these ships used for colonizing India and the slave trade? Once again, do you think this is the fault of the ships themselves? Tumblr users will try to make any ship problematic. Hey, that's a good one. One of the most difficult things to do as a transgender college student in 2023 is to pretend like you still tolerate Harry Potter references. Yeah, I'm not even in college and this rings true to me. Bro, I'm not coming over. The only drinks you have is nefarious elixir. Coward. Here's my OC. My wheelatosis. My wheelatosis. Well, that's the wrong copy paste. Ironically, one of the funniest things I think I've seen ever on this fucking website, and yes, I'm going to reblog this like every other day. I voice acted that. Okay, this next one is a bit of a content warning for disturbing imagery, so skip ahead to here if you want to avoid that. Okay. Oh my God, look at that. That dude looks so weird. It's so scary. I'm gonna make a TikTok about how it's probably a spooky cryptid. Clearly, this animal is diseased and suffering. I will call my Fish and Wildlife authorities to alert them to this cause so they can try to help the animal and monitor local disease outbreaks. People of TikTok, please learn about some wildlife diseases before you start labeling every cervid with abnormal behavior / appearance as a not deer. God, I feel so bad for that poor little deer. Look at how much it must feel in pain. Oh, God. Oh, no. A bit of a grammatical error on the were.
Anyway, were you born a misogynist, or do you think society, porn, made you that way? Society, porn. We live in a society. Porn. The jerker. The jerker. Not very good at asking for things that I want. Worst they can say is no. Not even true. And also, have you considered that kind of sucks? Going to reframe this by saying a different phrase, which is the answer is always no if you never ask. If you don't give people opportunities to say yes, then the answer will always be no. Don't self-reject. Oh my God, thank you for that advice so much. Oh my God, that will probably be very helpful to me if I even decide to keep that in mind, which I might not even do that anyway. Yeah, you're right. It would be pretty fucked up if you were a swan, but you were raised by ducks and you grew up never seeing another swan or even knowing that such a thing as a swan even existed. So you just thought that you were a duck with something super wrong with it. Oh God, damn. Autism. Trans moment. Kung Fu Panda. Can I be all of these? Okay, but on a serious note, listen. If you think that the moral of the ugly duckling is that everyone's beautiful or no one's ugly, you're wrong. I hate how misunderstood this story is. Oh my God. The moral of the story is that you need to understand why you are different if there is like a big difference about you that separates you from everyone. You need to know what that is. Otherwise, you're going to grow up thinking that something is deeply wrong with you. And that's not fun. Seriously, we need to reteach this story in like schools and stuff with that message because too many people are just like, oh, it's a message about beauty. No, stop. Neurotypicals. Talking straight. Lol. And I'm sorry, my throat is kind of sore. You good? Not sick, right? Nah, I was just talking straight for 6 hours last night. I just meant talking nonstop for 6 hours. Talking straight? You mean your old deep voice? No. What? To be clear, this wasn't something that offended me. I just think it's kind of funny given it was an actual misunderstanding. That is pretty funny. Oh boy, this next one is going to be so fun to voice act.
This is gonna be fun.
I want that twink obliterated. This is how the movie went, right? By whom, though? I might be your average hunk body type, but I'm not exactly a top. I have a couple of exes that I could call that might be his type. You want me to get someone who would take him out for dinner first, or just... I want you to kill him! I read that in their voices. How the fuck did you do so perfect?
Okay, guys, for some reason my audio is kind of weird. You're just gonna have to deal with it, I suppose. If your goal is to normalize gender nonconformity, you're gonna have to accept the fact that some people will fuck with gender as hard as they can while still being unequivocally 100% cis, and that is okay. There's no egg to crack or call out to write. This is a good thing, actually. Yeah, I knew in college, so far as I know, a cis guy who liked dresses. And he wore dresses, and sometimes people would say, "You're a man in a dress." And he would say, "Yeah." Better Call Saul is so good that I accidentally paused the scene where Bob Odenkirk was sitting in a chair, and I thought it was just a character study of him in silence. I watched a paused screen for 2 minutes and thought it was such a great choice. I accidentally watched 30 minutes of a Breaking Bad episode at 1.5 times speed and didn't even realize it. I was just like, damn, these dudes are hauling ass today. My sister and I once watched 15 minutes of BoJack Horseman in German because we thought it was a bit.
I watched the whole first season of Better Call Saul out of order because the piracy site had mislabeled all the episodes except for first and last and thought, wow, what an interesting way to do this. I wonder if the second season is non-linear too. Goddamn. Me. I need to Google something. Google every time. Can I please have your location? Please! I need to know where you live so bad! Where are you fucking from? When it said, where do you fucking from? I thought that I just misread that and messed up the voice line. I was like, oh, whatever, I'll just leave it in. It's funny. And then I looked and it was actually, where do you fucking from? So great. Why the fuck do people have a problem with smile lines? You don't like that your face shows evidence of you being happy? Why are you so afraid of aging to the point that you're afraid to smile? This is not okay. I try not to laugh too much because I'm afraid I'm deepening my smile lines. What a sorry way to live.
Hey guys, I think I figured out the problem with the audio. I was just wearing headphones while recording, and it messed with it a bit. I'm sorry. Well, I guess that the next ones might be a little bit better. Also, I don't really feel like re-recording the previous lines, so you're just gonna have to deal with them. Sorry. My mom's trans allyship is on another level. She once called my friend's dead name that stupid thing his mom calls him. That's great. I'm gonna have to start using that. Cats and dogs will see you eating a single bagel and look at you like you're a European monarch cackling, eating every last shred of food while they, a poor beggar boy, go off to die at war for the kingdom of a god they no longer believe in. Girlfriends will also do this if they don't have a bagel. Girlfriend is a type of cat. Maybe. People who draw fictional characters cuddling or napping together are the backbone of our society. Truly, where would we be without them? I'm sure the Hell of a Boss fandom could use stuff like that. Stolitz fans are getting sadder every day. And I'm one of them. Goals for 2024. Be an id gaffer. Guys, I failed. Also, I know it's pronounced I don't give a fucker, but I think saying id gaffer is funnier. Margaret Robbie is taking a short break from acting to focus on producing because everybody's probably sick of the sight of her after Barbie. Why is it a genuinely talented actress who can play a range of characters saying this and not Chris Pratt? Then why do I have to see Chris Pratt everywhere? Testicular injuries in women's sports. Someone sent me this as trying to be transphobic, but honestly, I just think it's funny AF. One of my favorite posts of all time is the Oh the Pelican one. Genuinely a modern classic IMO, deserves to be in a museum. Behold, a great literary work. Oh, the pelican, so smoothly doth that he crest a wind god. I don't want self-driving cars. I want boring things like public transit that comes so regularly I don't need to check a schedule. I want fast passenger rail so accessible and easy, it's preferable to suffering airports. I want cities that aren't built around cars as default. At Amtrak official, this is so me. I really, really want good cities and high-speed frequent transit. I bought a car today and the dealership had me check off with a pen on paper that I'm not a robot. Sweats coolant. Obsessed with this genre of images. Nah. The Sniffer. This next one is shamelessly stolen from a PM Seymour video. Executive dysfunction is like all of your abilities are on cooldown and you're mashing buttons to try to do anything, but your brain is just like, you cannot do that yet. You're still recharging. You cannot do that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. What the fuck? I didn't know this was a thing. I thought it was just a piece of shit. And that's why talking about mental illness is important. Discord's an actual word? You didn't know? No, it came up on my English homework and I thought my teacher just used the app. Oh, God. Writing prompt. All of the #1 dad mugs in the world suddenly changed to show the actual rankings of dads. And you want to know whose mug doesn't change at all? That's right, this guy. I love him. I have never come back from any holiday feeling relaxed, refreshed, and invigorated to get back into work. I come back with the taste of freedom still fresh in my mouth, a renewed hatred for work, and a strong suspicion that this is not what I should be spending the rest of my life doing. Every time someone asks me how my vacation was, I say, over too goddamn quick. And by God, I mean it every time. How do boys look so good without makeup? Because society hasn't told boys that they look bad without it. Exactly this! So much of modern conservatism is just getting mad at things capitalists do, but calling it Marxism. The communists want to take away your house! Hey, we're gonna take away your house! That was a horrible mid-Atlantic accent. Oh yes, okay sir, so sorry sir. I know this isn't something managers want to hear, but I actually love when I go into a store or a restaurant and I see all of the employees having fun and being friends and sharing conversations with each other like normal people. I also like it when they're like, hey, what's up? Or something personal or natural instead of the, welcome to blah, blah, blah. How may I serve you bit. I also like it when they're sitting down or listening to music they clearly enjoy. There's something so nourishing about walking into a place of a business and immediately thinking, I wouldn't have guessed this place would be playing this kind of music, only to see an employee absolutely headbanging along because today is their day to pick the CD, and they are living. Despite what capitalists might think, I do not want to roleplay being royalty in the presence of slaves when I seek professional assistance in obtaining my basic human needs. I have two theories on why businesses force their employees to act like robots. Is because either A, they're trying to pander to Karens who genuinely do not see employees as people, or they are just trying to be like, oh, if they don't act like people, then I won't have to deal with the moral implications of not treating them like people. Oh, feeble white boy hitting it weak and frail style. My fridge needed a light bulb, but I missed that it said 40 watts maximum, so I accidentally bought a 200 watt bulb. Looking for a midnight snack, gets flashbanged. This is literally the plot of a Garfield comic strip. The little light in the refrigerator has burned out. This dinky thing was never bright enough anyway. Better. A snack should help me sleep. Garfield!
Thunder calls for aid!
Pronouns, welcome Mario. Me when I say the word pronouns too loud and next to a sleeping Mario. I'm so sorry, Mario. I'll be quieter. I think it's great when someone tries to pull off a tragic self-sacrifice in a story, and there's at least one guy who's just like, no, this is fucking stupid, actually. You're an idiot about it. Because it kind of is. I love a good tragedy, but let's be honest with ourselves. If a friend tried to indulge a noble sacrifice fantasy, would you not be a little annoyed? Like, come on, man.
Got asked by a loyal friend, "Are you like stupid?" As I was preparing to sacrifice myself, made me stop because I was so perplexed.
Minecraft sea turtles, when bred, will always travel back to the beach where they themselves spawned to lay their eggs. You can place turtle eggs in a chosen location, and when they hatch, they will consider that their home point to return to. With this, you could theoretically do messenger turtles with your friends by having turtles hatch at each of your home bases and then swapping turtles. If they want to get a message to you, they can breed your turtle and it will return to your base. The only thing is that you can't exactly attach anything to a turtle, so the only thing you can actually message your friends would be turtle eggs on their lawn, unless you change the name of the turtle to reflect your message. So check your DMs could appear on on your front door yard, which would be medieval considering there's a chat feature in the game already. Plus, the whole process would be so stupid in general, and you would have to keep swapping turtles. I think people should do this, however. Once again, a really creative idea is ultimately ruined because it would be completely and utterly impractical. I hate it. Either people need to learn how to tell the difference between an "I'm sorry" that takes direct responsibility and an "I'm sorry" that signifies sympathy, or I'm just gonna start responding to unfortunate information with a solemn nod and a "simpies" because I'm tired of receiving a "why? It wasn't your fault" every time I try to vocalize compassion. Absolutely fucking real. My simpies about the misfortunes. I'm forwarding all of you my next therapy bill. Can I propose the XKCD method instead? My mom's house burned down. Oh, I'm sorry. Why? It's not your fault. It's nice of you to say that.
But I know what I did.
It annoys me when people interpret an obviously sympathetic "I'm sorry" as an apology, so I have started responding by making it one. Yes, neurotypicals are so fucking weird. They created this "I'm sorry" in a not literal way, but then every time you use it in the not literal way, they're like, "You weren't the one who caused this, actually." Like, I know! You think we're the ones with communication issues? What's this? Everyone look at my seal rolls. Oh, at Seals Daily, today's honorary seals are breadful. When you like Breaking Bad, it's such a masked interest.
Do you have a brain that you can use?
Jesse, we need to cook pink meth so we can sell to girls. I hate it here, bro.